world-famous Southpoint Hotel and Casino, and of course, the Southpoint Arena. We're going to get things underway here in just a few minutes. In fact, we'll start at 10 a.m. this morning as we shove the ship off the shore this morning. We're going to feature our junior division, our Cowgirls, and as well our open fraternity today in this, the World Finals round number 1 on a Monday, October 14th. We are a little less than 25 minutes away from start time. Glad you're here, and we'll be talking to you here in just a couple of moments. Straight up 10 a.m. we'll start our first performance.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to day number one here of your 2024 ABBI World Finals. After a big-time year, folks, it's all come down to this, and we're just moments away from the next steps of crowning our world champions here on a fantastic season here with the ABBI. Randy, we have looked at some of the greatest bucking bulls throughout the world this year. $1 million for charity, one of the great years in all the ABBI history.
Indeed, it has been. Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Schmutz, along with my friend Mr. Cody Wood. We are going to be your host for the next 5 days. In fact, it'll be 6 days right up until Saturday for our final installment of the Maiden Fraternity on Saturday morning. But we've got lots of bulls, in fact, hundreds of bulls here this year, and they are competing for millions of dollars in all the man hours, thousands of man hours, and tens of thousands of dollars spent on great livestock is all going to culminate right here this week at the ABBI World Finals. We're in our 20-plus year here in Las Vegas. We've got a lot of things to celebrate, a lot of things to talk about, and a lot of things to enjoy together, and we're going to do all that in just a couple of minutes from right now.
Yeah, and talk about just a few minutes from right now as we get ready to get started here with our juniors. We'll roll into our cowgirls and finish the day off with round number one of your World Finals for charity. Folks, talking about that $1 million for charity, more than 50% of those bulls that made it back to that short round back in Fort Worth in May are going to be out here today in round number one. So a lot is on the line, folks, and we're just a little ways away from getting things started here with day number one. But before then, let's hear a word from our fantastic partners at OK Brand Fencing.
My name is Craig Moore. I'm the president of OK Brand Wire Products. When I moved here in '79, I met a good friend named Gerald Buck in high school. We got to become close friends. Then quite a few years ago, really, he got in the bucking bull business. A few years later, I was sort of interested in it, and he introduced us to the Pages, Dylan and them. And we sort of just started sort of small. I bought a bull or two. We went on for a little bit and bought another bull about every year. Finally sort of decided I needed to find a little bit of production out of it to help pay for the bulls. So I bought a handful of cows and sort of got in the bucking business, if you will. As far as the cow side, we run about 90 head of cows here at home. I was probably partial to the Showtime breeding, Bruiser, Magic Maker. When I was buying some of the cows, I sort of tried to, stick to what I thought was some of the better bred ones. And we've got I think, a pretty decent bred set of cows. It's been a learning experience for us, and we still got a ways to go on that side of it, but we're coming. I enjoy the bull side of it, probably more the aged event stuff than necessarily the PBR, but I mean, if you've got a good one, the PBR is fun. But seeing the young stuff come up and see it progress is pretty exciting. And every year you get to test your knowledge at trying to pick out the next good one. So we've been pretty fortunate to have some decent ones. We've had years ago Lifting Lives, we were partners on that one. OK Brand actually, which we lost him pretty young. 10G Turner Burner, we own him with the Pages. And then we've got some young bulls coming behind them that look to be fairly decent. It was a bull 5/8 cold roll. The bull had really showed a lot of potential. He just never got it all put together earlier in the year, but he did that day. He done pretty good that day, and that was a big deal to us. And being able to, I guess, relieved a little bit, if you will, to survive it to the end of it, because there were some bulls that challenged him pretty good there at the end. And I think you're seeing that today. The bulls are getting tougher and the scores are getting, a 90-point run, it rarely gets you checked some days. But the bulls are definitely improving. I got into the ABBI side of it, bucking the bulls and stuff, and as far as the company side of it, we talked about it and we thought, well, that might be a good arena. We could try to promote some of our products that we make in the ag fencing stuff, and that's sort of where we got started in the sponsorship of the ABBI. We've done it a couple years now. It seems to be a good fit. We feel like we're getting some benefit from it, but it's just sort of a place where we can get our company brand name out in front of another audience of ag-based people, if you will.
Outstanding right there from Craig Moore, and I can tell if you were watching the emotion that he felt about being in the bucking bull business, and those emotions are going to be shared throughout the week here this weekend. We're very happy to have him alongside as an owner and as a sponsor and a partner of the American Bucking Bull Incorporated, and we want to welcome you all to the 2024 World Finals. We're going to be back with all the action here in about 10 minutes from right now. Well, everybody, we're counting it down. We're about 3.5 minutes away from start time. We've got 39 juniors, 30 cowgirls, and 22 open fraternity calves. 91 installments to start us off here on a Monday, and we're going to get it all started in about 2 minutes from right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't get your blood pumping on a Monday morning, I don't know what we can do, but I can say this. We are in our 20-plus year of creating the best genetics in the bucking bull industry, and today we're going to start out by showing those in the 2-year-old classes. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long, long road for a lot of you to come here to Las Vegas, not only in time spent, money spent, but as well your travel to Las Vegas. And I personally want to wish each and every one of you the best of luck all week long. Before we get things underway, I'd like to invite you all to stand with me. And gentlemen, remove cover as we pause for our invocation and the singing of our national anthem. Can we pray? Our gracious and dear Heavenly Father, we are so very thankful for the many blessings you've bestowed upon us. We start our prayer today with thanks because we could spend the rest of the morning talking about all the negative things that are going on in and around us in this world we live in. But the one thing that stands strong is that you, Jesus Christ, are in our life. And because of that, we can go forward today. We can move forward in a positive way. We can ask you to watch over and protect each and every one of us, our livestock, our crew, our fans, and even our bull owners today. Keep us all free from injury. Father God, we just ask that you ride alongside each and every one of these beautiful creatures that you have blessed us with, that we may watch them perform to the best of their abilities and keep them all injury-free. Father God, we, of course, thank you so much for the greatest blessing, the greatest gift you could give us all. That's your Son, Jesus Christ. And for what he did for us by dying on the cross, shedding his blood that our sins may be washed away and that we may live eternally with you. Father God, we pray all these things today. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now, folks, as you continue to stand and remove cover, and we look to start this week off, there's no greater way to start off a morning than with this beautiful song. So if you could pay tribute here to 50 Stars and 13 Stripes, this is our national anthem. Las Vegas, Nevada, the time has come. We have worked our way all throughout this year going down the road, and it's all come down to this. Day number 1 of your 2024 ABBI World Finals is just about to be underway. And folks, the storylines are plentiful. From top to bottom, we have got some big-time ranked bucking bulls that have made their way to town and some folks that have worked their tail off throughout the year to get to this point. No greater way to kick off this entire week than right here with the future superstars of our sport when you're looking at our junior class, and we're going to kick things off with a bang right here, right now.
Well, somebody has to be first, and today it is the Bucking Fun Group along with Pecos Hilton and the Hilton Bulls. And our friends, it is Easy Come, Easy Go. Hip tag number 1 will get us underway. Here's an own son of Domino. Goes back to, of course, Lollipop on that top side, but better than that, the finger roll daughter on the bottom. This is all Paige, and Paige to get us started here today. You'll hear a lot about that, I'm sure. Hip tag number 1 will be our first junior competitor. There are a couple of scratches in this contest. We had 41 slated for today. We'll have 39 juniors. A lot of great things to talk about with the junior competition today, including the launch of the Carson Perry Legacy Fund. We're going to be sharing a lot of that with you here during our morning today.
That's right. There is a lot going on here in the junior world standings as well, folks. Right now, you're looking at Easy Come, Easy Go, only 3 points behind that number 1 bull in the world, so a lot on the line right here for Pecos Hilton. This has been as competitive as it gets when you look at each and every one of these classes. Here in the juniors, folks, from number 1 to number 10 is only a 9-point difference. So here in round number 1, here are the juniors. There is a lot going down right here with Easy Come, Easy Go, and Pecos Hilton.
Well, our officials will go right to work here this morning. And as you see the numbers coming up, of course, I know each and every one of you are familiar with our judging system. We'll be using a 1/10 of a point system today. We'll have it times 5 judges, and our first score rolling in 71.60.
So a 71.60 for Easy Come, Easy Go, and Pecos Hilton. Still has another round later in the week, but your number 3 bull in the world, Easy Come, Easy Go, going to be a 71.60. Speaking of those great judges, your ABBI World Finals judges here throughout the week. Judge 1, J.J. Quintana. Judge 2, K.J. Pletcher. Judge 3, Roy Doyle. Judge 4, Sean Ramirez. And Judge 5 will be David Bailey Jr.
Let's go to hip tag number 2. It is 226, the firebrand on the Blaze of Glory. Sire and dam yet to be determined on this one, but it's a California-born and bred bull. The LaFew family are bringing him to town today. Lane Paul LaFew and Gaddy Meza together on this one, number 2.
As we go to the Cooper Tires 2 Bulls New Dart Buck and Shoot. Folks, thank you to Cooper Tires. Continues to be a great partner not only here at the ABBI but the Western sports world. So for any and all your tire needs, make sure to go with the Coopers. You won't regret it. Lane Paul LaFew, Gaddy Meza, 226, Blaze of Glory. A 71.60 to start things off from Easy Come, Easy Go.
Well, I know not only is Lane Paul's grandfather pretty tickled about that talent, his dad as well. Alongside today, numbers coming in. We've got a new leader, 86.48 is the number, 86.48.
And a great out right here in the door and around to the left. Big, strong 2-year-old, 226, Blaze of Glory. Looking good in your new number 1 at 86.48. Now, folks, as we take it on down the line, this is going to take us to hip tag number 3. This is Bar F8, Nervous Nelly, CP Legacy, Big Shot, 6 Bar C, and Ainsley Perry getting ready to get things loaded. Now, right here throughout this last year, one of the big success stories of the year, without question, the $1 Million for Charity, 4 different stops, 100-head semifinal, and a big-time championship round in Fort Worth, Texas. And right here, right now, you're going to get a look at one of the first bulls that made it into that championship round there in that $1 Million for Charity right here with bar F8, Nervous Nelly.
All right. Going to take a look here. Bob Wilfong, BW 87/7 on the top side. CP Legacy, Big Shot, 6 Bar C, and Ainsley Perry.
Now the importance right here in round number 1. There are 2 rounds here this week, but only 2 more opportunities for these animal athletes to show out and chase down that number 1 spot in the world standings. Now, we talked about how there's only a 9-point difference from number 10 to number 1 here in the juniors. Right here, you're looking at the number 5 bull in the world, 7 points behind that number 1 spot. Now, we watched the number 3 bull in Easy Come, Easy Go come out with 71.60, so the door's been kicked wide open right here for bar F8, Nervous Nelly, and Ainsley Perry to have a big-time showing here early on in day 1 of our juniors. Myogen, OK Brand, Buck and Bull Pro, Buck and Shoot is where we're at. Here with F8, bar F8, Nervous Nelly.
Well, no doubt the futurity game is going to get tougher as we go along, and the Bulls will be bringing their best today. We'll look at the numbers and another leader change right here. 88.56 puts our friends from the CP Legacy Big Shot 6 Bar C and Ainsley Perry in the number 1 spot.
Gotta love the black and white bull bar F8, Nervous Nelly, as consistent as they've come all year long, and as they say, consistency wins championships, and he is embodying that right here in round number 1, 88.56, looking good for your number 5 bull in the world in Ainsley Perry.
Big shout out to some of our partners and our friends. They are a part of our family. Our sponsors for 2024, including Cooper Tires. We want you to go with Cooper Tires. You will not regret it. And also a big thanks to our friends at Bucking Bull Pro, the exclusive bucking dummy of the ABBI. Next to go, Hip 4, 2122, the Firebrand, Cowboy Smile. Same way here again with CP Legacy, but with Schreiber, Wyatt Cox, Cooper Shot, and 6 Bar C on this one. This is hip tag number 4.
Now Cowboy Smile, another one of those great 2-year-olds who was inside that championship round of the $1 Million for Charity. Big time out right here early on. We're starting things off real hot here in our juniors as the number 2 bull in the world in Cowboy Smile. And the OK Brand scoreboard says 88-64, and we've got ourselves a new leaderboard change once again, an 88-64 for 21-22, Cowboy Smile and Cooper Shot.
Well, our last 3 bulls have landed, number 1, number 2, and number 3. That one's number 1 right now by just a little over a tenth of a point. Ski with true Western tradition, and of course, we've had them along for the ride for a long time. ProVantage, Animal Health, drug-free, all-natural, vitamins and minerals, all delivered at one time through ProVantage Animal Health. Take a look at all the Bucking Shoot sponsors as well. We have got them here again this year. We want to say thanks to each and every one of them. We'll mention them all throughout the day today. Let's go to hip tag number 5.
Hip tag number 5 brings us down to 36K, Mr. Boom Basket. From Platinum, Big Shot, Rodeo 6 Bar C, Logan LaFew brings us the next one. Right here, 36K, Mr. Boom Basket. A grandson of the great Red Wasp and Western Hauler. Another grade out here. Mygen OK brand, Buck and Bull Pro, Buck and Shoot number 2 is where we're at. Folks, right now we are only 4 bulls into the World Finals, and it is already getting interesting right now as we just watched the number 2 bull in the world go to the number 1 spot with an 88.64. Good looking black baldy right here out and around to the left. Going to be 86.48 and 86.48 for Mr. Boombastic.
Right now, and officially, that's going to tie that bull for 3rd and 4th place in the number 3 split 4 position for X11. Let's go to 209 letter Little Rip. Little Rip from Hart Cattle Company. Let's go instead to hip number 6, X11, Agent P. Here's one for you. A lot of folks in on this one. Cooper Shot, Diggers, Truax, Big Shot, Slaughter, Gidros, and 6 Bar C. On the Hurricane Andrew grandson, dam yet to be determined. This is hip tag number 6.
For those of you just making your way on in, had a great opportunity to hear from the great folks at OK Brand Fencing Products. Remember, all your ag, fencing, industrial wire products needs made right here in America. It's OK Steel and Wire, Oklahoma Brand Fencing. Looking to chase down that number 1 spot of an 88.64. X11, Agent P, Cooper Shot, Diggers, Truax, Big Shot, Slaughter, Good Rod, 6 Bar C, 88.16 and 88.16, going to go to the number 3 spot.
Now we're going to go back to that bull I was talking about a moment ago from Hart Cattle. Little Rip, Canadian Mist is the sire. This bull, 209, is out of a Magic Maker female, hip tag number 7, and we are rolling right along. A big thanks to our friend Josh Hilton and the crew. A lot of great folks behind the scenes. Sometimes it's hard to talk about the magnitude of talent we have here joining us each and every year. Things go smoothly because of the great talent we have behind the scenes and in and around this ABBI arena today. Little Rip next to go.
Nice out right here from 209, Little Rip, showing you why he was one of those bulls in the championship round of the $1 million for charity. 87.52, going to be an 87.52 for 209, Little Rip and Hart Cattle. Well, right now, early on here in our juniors, the number 2 bull in the world is sitting in the number 1 spot, but the party goes on as we roll on down. Now we're going to take it to hip tag number 8. This is going to be 253 Hart from Hart Cattle Company. Randy, this is another Canadian Mist, son.
Well, our friends, of course, J.W. Hart and the crew, they have put together some phenomenal bulls over the past several years, now being used as sires. Canadian Mist, of course, that is a great sire. You'll see that in a lot of pedigrees from the Hart Cattle Company roster of bulls. Hart's number 253 here, hip tag number 8.
Folks, you can follow right along with our leaderboard right behind the announcer stand here. Your Cooper Tires leaderboard will be up and consistent throughout the entire day, so make sure if you're looking to see who's in the number 1 spot, it's right behind us on the Cooper Tires leaderboard. Hip tag number 8, 253 Hart and Hart Cattle. Cooper Tires, 2 bulls, do dart, buck, and shoot.
Wow. Talk about some vertical. A little bit of a hickey, turned back so quickly right there in the corner, but recovers and finishes with an 81.90. 81.90.
Little bit of a bobble in the back of that buck and shoot, but man, there was a lot to like about that out right there. So keep an eye on that one as we go into the 2025 season. 253 from Hart Cattle.
We're going to stay on the left-hand delivery. Going to stay on the left-hand delivery with one hip tag number 9. Mike Hadley, S&S Cattle, Grant Shirley, Tanty Stubblefield. This is Baker's number 204. Obviously, sired by Baker 96 on the top side and out of a Bubba J 75 daughter. Our friends, of course, Gene Baker and the entire crew, providing an opportunity to tap into those great genetics from our friends out in West Texas. Hip tag number 9.
What a fantastic week we are in store for right now. No better way to start it off. I'm telling you what, you got 39 bulls entered here in the juniors. The future of our sport is looking bright right here with these young cowboys and cowgirls. Great representation for the sport. These bull hands just continue to improve year in and year out. Again, thank you to everybody that has been involved with the 2024 Carson Perry Legacy Fund. A lot more to learn throughout the week. Just a great opportunity to get involved, folks. On October 16th, 3 p.m. in the Balboa Room, they're going to have the long round and an opportunity for 3 different cowboys and cowgirls on a big-time payday.
We've got ourselves a speedster in hip tag number 9. Got some intensity and some speed right there. We'll see what the judges come up with. Going to put him right in the middle of the top of our board, 87.04, 87.04 for hip tag number 9. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. By the way, a big shout out to our friend Todd Greenway and his crew. They, of course, are here once again. Couldn't do it without them. The Cooper Tires leaderboard says Cowboy Smile, still number 1, 88.64. There's your top 9 so far as we, of course, move into the number 10 bull on your list, Mayor of Hoagie. Here's the Ogden Ranch entry, an own son of Billy Frank out of a Baker 832 daughter, hip tag number 10.
Well, Vegas, things are going to get interesting now. It is time as right now the number 2 bull in the world is sitting number 1. And now loaded in the back of this buck and shoot is your number 1 bull in the world, the Mayor of Hogeye, Ogden Ranch. Nathan Ogden been putting together a fantastic season. Coming off of a big win just a little over a month ago in Duncan, Oklahoma. The Mayor of Hogeye looking to cap off a huge 2024 season with 2 more big outs. It's go time. $250, Mayor of Hogeye. Ogden Ranch, 87.60, 87.60. So a good, strong out right there, but going to make things interesting. Going to put them right there in the pack as your number 1 bull in the world. Is going to have an 87.60 here in round number 1.
Another thank you to our friends at OK Brand Fencing. Did a little feature on them today. Man, what a great opportunity to salute Craig and his crew. You know, they're in the ag fencing, industrial wire products business, and it's all made right here in America, in Oklahoma, Oklahoma Steel and Wire. Let's go to hip tag 11. Hale and the Ogden Ranch. Next to go, Hale's Bales. Hale's Bales. Here's an own son of Church Bales, goes all the way back to the Savage Shaker sire on the top side. Hip number 11. Hey, don't forget, I hope you're making your plans to dress up and join us tonight at the ABBI Gala, 6 o'clock tonight over in the Sonoma Ballroom right here inside the Southpoint. Here we go.
22-36, Hales Bales from Hale Ogden Ranch. Nathan Ogden. Going to be an 84.88, 84.88 for Nathan Ogden and Hales Bales.
It's time to up the ante. That's what they say. The name of this bull, Up the Ante, from Zach McElroy, K-Bar C, and TCB Ranch. Zach McElroy on this one. Hip tag number 12.
All right, now you've got an 88.64 from Cowboy Smile sitting in that number 1 spot. But here at the Southpoint Hotel, Casino, and Spa, you know that we are knocking on the door to being 90 at any given moment. Looking for our first 90 on the week, and right now, let's go to the number 16 bull in the world with Up the Ante. Opportunity to do just that right here with Zach McElroy, K-Bar C, TCB Ranch. Here, Buck and Shoot number 2, your Mygen OK brand, Bucking Bull Pro Buck and Shoot. Thank you so much to the great folks at Witex for excellence in animal health and all your ear tags and insecticide needs. Make sure to contact the great folks at Witex.
Nice bull right there. And we'll get the scores coming in. How about it? I knew we were going to eclipse that 90-point mark in a hurry. How about 90.16? 90.16. As Todd, would you roll that one more time? I want you to watch the flank man in this video. Watch the flank man. I've said it for 20 years. We need an isolated camera on the flank persons, both the cowboys and the cowgirls, as they flank these bulls. I'm talking about juniors, women's, open futurity. Man, you talk about a video that would entertain us all, watching these guys as they buck right alongside their bulls this morning. Nice job. We got a new leader, 90.16.
That ain't no doubt. That was a great example of just that as well. 90.16. You could see that bull fired around the corner, showing you exactly what it takes to get in that 90-point club. Big time out for Up the Ante and Zach McElroy. Well, as we go down now to hip tag number 13, let's roll on down to a past world champion as we go to 2209 Black Tie Affair and none other than Addie Drury. Kate Harrison, NBTR, and Booth Bucking Bulls. Addie Drury on the flank here of Black Tie Affair, a son of the great kangaroo. Always love watching 2209 Black Tie Affair. You could see his daddy right there in him. Gonna look to the left, back around to the right for an 86.08, 86.08 for Black Tie Affair.
Well, it's always a entertaining discussion about the number of 90-point plus 90-point scores we'll have throughout the week here this week. And, of course, the bull power continues to get better and better and better and better every year. Let's go to Heaven's Train. Here's an own son of Slice of Heaven out of a Crazy Train daughter, Cole Tolman, and the Rockin' T. That's the Rockin' T Ranch on this one. Hip tag number 14. The target is a 90.16 right now.
22X Heaven's Train, Cole Tolman. This bull right here has got the ability to jump out and be big time at any given moment. Right now, number 7 in the world standings, was sitting close to that number 1 spot for a good part of the first half of the year. Showing you why. And now, here in Las Vegas, a great opportunity to gain some ground on the rest of the pack is 22X Heaven's Train and Cole Tolman. Get ready to go. Well, tough luck right there for your number 7 bull in the world, 22X Heaven's Train. Going to be a DQ, As you go to the complete metal buildings replay, going to see him come all the way down to the back end, and a DQ for Heaven's Train. Well, for those of you following along on our day sheet, that'll take us on over now to page number 2. This is going to be hip tag number 15. We're going to go to 203, Side Hustle. Rising Stars Ranch, Rebecca Tong, Spur Thomason, Casey Thomason brings us the next one, 203, Side Hustle.
Y-Tex, thank you. Excellence in Animal Health, ear tags, and insecticides as well. They are the official animal identification company of the ABBI. Also to Myogen. They, of course, are our source for all your DNA testing, DNA parent verification. 21 years, I did get it official. This is our 21st finals here at the ABBI World Finals, and for 21 years we've been parent verifying the best bovine athletes in the world, and we've done that with the help of Myogen. Thank you guys for all you do for us. Okay, Side Hustle, hip tag number 15, getting set to go.
.203 Side Hustle, Rebecca Tong, Spur Thomason. Putting together a good solid out right here for 86-64, 86-64 for the young man.
Nice, solid performance right there. Now, we have 2 scratches in the junior division, so that'll make us with 39 entries today. If you're wondering about our rake breaks, arena drags, we will drag at the conclusion of each one of our classes today. So after we've bucked 39 bulls, we will drag the arena, give you guys a short break. Our friend Jade Artery and Executive Director of the ABBI wanted me to remind you that, yes, indeed, the bar that you see down on the arena floor and that lady standing there all by herself with no one to talk to, it is open. It is open for business, and anybody and everybody is eligible to come down and enjoy the bar here on the arena floor. Let's go to hip tag 16.
Folks, what a great chance and a call out right here. That last out, 203 Side Hustle. The young man's almost won almost $10,000 on the year. So if you happen to be watching us on the live feed around the world and you'd love to get into this sport, maybe get your young cowboy or cowgirl into this sport, what a great opportunity to learn some work ethic and also gain some money to go towards your college scholarships and more. Big shout out to everybody involved here with the Junior Futurity and the ABBI. But right now, hip tag number 16, 217, Bullistic, Rising Star Ranch, Rafter 4T, Arena Thomason, and Statler Cook. Lot of intensity from the Black Bull around the corner, around to the left. 217, Bullistic. 86 points for 217, Bullistic.
Have you seen the latest from Yeti? Our friends, they are in the cooler, the tumbler, and the bag business now as well. Doesn't get any better than Yeti. One of our proud sponsors and supporters, again, for the 2024 ABBI World Finals. Let's go to hip tag number 17. Marshall Owens, Rising Stars Ranch, LR Plus 3 Ranch, and Spur Thomason. Spur Thomason. Here's the little fella from Oklahoma. Achilles is the name of the bull, and own son of Hurt So Good out of a high tensile female, hip tag number 17.
$81K Achilles. Hurt so good, son. You'll hear that multiple times throughout the week. Here it is, $81K Achilles getting ready to go. Big shout out and thank you to our bull shaggers this week. TJ and Blaine Roberts doing a fantastic job already keeping this arena clear and our animals safe. Thank you to TJ and Blaine Roberts who do a great job throughout the year. Here shagging these bulls each and every one of these events. Thank you, TJ and Blaine Roberts. As we take it on down now to buck and shoot number 3, the Cooper Tires, 2 bulls, new dart buck and shoot is where we're at. Big time start to our day right now as we're getting things dialed in here with the number 12 bull in the world. This is 81K Achilles. Lot of opportunity right now. Right now we've got one 90-point score on the board, and it was a big one for 90.16. Up the ante. Had a fantastic out, and we're less than halfway through our juniors. Here we go. Another fantastic job right here from Spur Thomason. He brought the heat again with 81K. The Marshall Owens Rising Stars Ranch LR plus 3. Spur Thomason 86.80, 86.80 for Achilles.
Going to go next to the bull they call Chumley. So far, Siren Dam has not been identified, but Danny Lopez, along with B5 Cattle, Grayson and Weston Lopez, bring this one to town. And we're going to get set to watch hip tag number 18. Again, don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock. If you've not already made your plans to join us, it is a fun, fun time. And knowing Jay Dartery the way I know Jay Dartery, there could be some surprises tonight and some wild entertainment at the 6 o'clock gala. It's in the Sonoma Ballroom. It's easy to find. Just ask anybody. 6 o'clock tonight. Dress up, they said, and come and have some fun with us here tonight.
Again, right here in our juniors, thank you to everybody involved with the Carson Perry Legacy Fund. There is $100,000 on the line. 3 cowgirls, 3 cowboys, $25,000 to first, 15 to second, and third is going to take home $10,000. Seven Chumley, B5 Cattle Company, Grayson and Weston Lopez. Out and around the Brenda Bull, going to be an 82.40, 82.40. Little bit of a stumble on the back end, but going to get some points on the board, an 82.40 for your number 20 bull in the world, 7 Chumley, Grayson and Weston Lopez.
Oh, all right, we're making our way right on through these individual entries today. Number 19 is where we're at. If you're following along, I hope you are. Jackson Fortner, Kansas Comet. That's the name of this bull, hip tag 19. Going all the way back to the great Teague Bucking Bull program. 4710 is the sire. That's an own son of Backlash. Some great genetics right there on the top side. Number 19 is the order right now.
Thank you so much to American Hat Company. As we get ready to roll into October, the PBR World Finals, get yourself a felt with American Hat. $213 Kansas Comet, going to go both ways. Black Bull looking good. OK Brand scoreboard says 85.68. Going to be an 85.68 for 213 Kansas Comet.
Todd, let's take a look at that Cooper Tires leaderboard right now. And, of course, we look at those. There's your top 10. The split for 10th and 11th place right now. 86.48. Stacked in there a couple of, actually 3 88-point scores. And that up the ante, number 1 with a 90.16. Here's hip tag number 20. Moto. Parker, Maines, and D&H Cattle Company. Here's an own son of Turner Burner out of a Crazy Show female. Hip tag number 20.
You will see a consistent theme throughout the week. There is a good number of those 10G Turner Burner sons that will be highlighted here throughout the ABBI World Finals. Look for more of the same. 10G, Turner Burner Sun right here with 1 Bar K, Moto. Cooper Tires, 2 Bulls, new dart, buck and shoot is where we're at. It has been an awfully tough competitive junior class to start things off. The judges have had their hands full. We've got one big time out that solidified themselves in the 90s with Ump the Ante. Here we go. One Bar K, Moto, Parker Mains, D&H Cattle Company. How about 88.40, 88.40, Moto.
Big, strong, big bull. Nice job and phenomenal out today for Moto. Here's number 21 on your list. We're halfway through the junior futurity list of competitors so far this morning. Parker Adams and D&H Cattle Company on the Magpie. Getting set to go. Number 21 on your list. Hey, thanks to our friends at Black Widow Arena Grooming. If you've got an arena at home and you want the best footing possible, the only way to get it is with a Black Widow Arena Grooming tool. Hey, a thank you to our friends. Kelly Slover, once again, unbelievable. The job he's done on the exclusive buckles and awards for the ABBI. He is the official buckle and award maker, and he has come up with some phenomenal designs again in 2020. Kelly Slover, Custom Trophy Silver, our award presenter again this year.
And folks, we can't talk about it enough, that 2024 Carson Perry Legacy Fund. It is all lined out, big time week here for our juniors, not only in the arena but outside the arena as well with the Carson Perry Legacy Fund. Your applicants here this week: Arena Thomason, Addie Drury, Cooper Schott, Joycey Vidusik, John Moyer, Payson Parker, Sophia Carter, Vincente Maldonado, Weston Lopez, Ella Tolman, Cole Tolman, Milo Thompson, McCoy Richardson, Wasey Hart, Peyton Hilton, Oakley Ogden, and Ethan Corey. Big, strong 33K Magpie. Going to come down in that front end. Unfortunately, going to be a DQ for the Parker Adams D&H Cattle Company bull. Well, that'll take things over now to our right-hand delivery buck and shoots as we shift things on over. We had a scratch at hip tag number 22. So that'll take us down now to hip tag number 23 as we roll on with 241 Rockstar from Tim Paris. McCoy Richardson brings us the next one. We'll go to the Pro Vantage, Combs Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment, Buck and Shoot. Tim Paris, McCoy Richardson, hanging the flank. 241 Rockstar is your bull. Thank you so much to Combs Ranch Jeans. No better time to bust out your new Combs Ranch than right here in Las Vegas, the ABBI World Finals. Looking forward to a great day today and then rolling right into our night. 6 o'clock, we will have our gala right there in the Sonoma Ballroom. McCoy Richardson, 241, Rockstar. And 241 Rockstar planting hard off those front feet, getting around to the right. Look out, how about 90.24, 90.24 for the Tim Paris, McCoy Richardson bull, 241 Rockstar.
Outstanding. And by the way, I need to get an update. On Mr. Richardson, that young man that just flanked that bull. Mom, I need to know how tall he is this year. How many inches has he grown over the past 12 months? That kid right there, superstar and a rock star bucking bull right there. He's number one right now. Let's go to hip tag 24. Hip tag 24. This is Wave On. Josie, she's the flank one on this one. Cowgirl in the junior futurity this morning.
Big time out right there from 241. Rockstar going to go to the number one spot, and we now have two of them. Here in round number one of your juniors that have gotten into that 90-point club, McCoy Richardson dialing it in for a 90.24. As we roll down now to Joycey Viduchik, 71K Wave On. Out of 32Y Bruiser Daughter. Another big-time opportunity here in our juniors. And Josie Viduchik, 71K Wave On, 82.56, 82.56.
Well, you know, our bucking bulls are powered by Pro Bull Nutrition. And by the way, for the maximum performance from your animal athletes, the only choice is Pro Bull Nutrition. Aaron and the crew there in Oklahoma, they can get you fixed up. Glad to have them still on board. They've been along for the ride for a very long time. Let's go to hip tag 25. Freightliner Fever. Peyton Hilton, T&M Services and Hilton Bull Company. Here is an own son of double clutch out of the good Wild Moves female on the bottom side. Freightliner Fever.
Peyton Hilton, T&M Services, Hilton Bull Company. Now Peyton Hilton has put in the work all year long, and here she's bringing us 32Z, Freightliner Fever. Looking to challenge that 90.24 now that's sitting at the top of the leaderboard from McCoy Richardson and Rockstar. Peyton Hilton, Freightliner Fever. Built up, Brett, strong Red Bull out and around to the right. 32Z Freightliner Fever, Peyton Hilton. In an 86-32, 86-32. Red Bull's going to slip a hoof right there around the corner, but to keep his feet and keep moving. You got to love the heart and the effort right there from the young bull and what he might bring to the table going into his Derby season here in 2025. But an 86-32 here in round one for Freightliner Fever. We'll take things down now to hip tag number 26 as we go to 22-35. This is Monkey Poison. Marina Bueno, Dixie Classic Bucking Bulls brings us the next one.
All right, hip tag 26. New Dart. You know, they've got over 50-plus years of service. And by the way, they are the absolute best in remote injection equipment. If you've not used the New Dart system, you'll be absolutely amazed at how good a job you can do taking care of inoculations with your cattle with the New Dart.
Right here, 22-35, Monkey Poison. Marina Bueno has won almost $5,000 on the year with this one bull right here. So as we go down to the Pro Vantage Combs Ranch Flying W Livestock Equipment Buck and Shoot. $22.35 Monkey Poison. Fading out across there for an 87.04, 87.04 from Monkey Poison.
All right, here comes the long, tall talent again, McCoy Richardson, getting set to flank another one for us. Here's an old son of Hocus Pocus they call Big Nasty. 250K is the firebrand on hip tag 27. Out of a ground zero female, this is McCoy Richardson and Big Nasty.
Thank you so much to Two Bulls. Powered Bulls have won over $43 million in competition. So, folks, if you're looking to improve the overall performance and health of your animal athletes, make sure to get with Two Bulls. $250K Big Nasty, 88-32, 88-32 for McCoy Richardson.
Let's go to Quando. Quando is the name of the bull. This is a grandson of Magic Maker and a maternal grandson of Hocus Pocus, Highland Rim Cattle. Hip tag 28.
Milo Thompson bringing us the next one. 260 Quando. Been a big time morning here in our juniors so far. What a fantastic opportunity over the last couple years as the junior fraternity has made their way to Vegas and now having 2 full rounds, 2 different opportunities to showcase these animal athletes of theirs under the bright lights. And right now, as we work our way down the line here in round number 1, this is hip tag number 28, 260 Quando. Highland Rim Cattle, Milo Thompson. Looking to get Quando looking just right with only a 4-second window. Got to get it right. And the Highland Rim Cattle Company Bull 260 Quando. Hop, skip around for an 85-92, 85-92 for Quando.
I want to say a big thank you to Jim McLean. Jim McLean joins us here every year, and of course, not only is he the Two Bulls Pro Performance Feed guy, he's also one of our producers of some of our great events, but he offers our friends Two Bulls Pro Performance Feed, Distress Plus bestseller. By the way, he's got a whole lot of new products coming along as well. Hope you get a chance to visit with him this week while he's here in town. Jim, thanks again for all your support. 29, that's the hip tag. Julian's K26 from Silversmith and Risen Cattle Company. Here's an old son of Juju, goes back to Bruiser on the sire side.
Paisley Silversmith. Getting that flank dialed in just right. K26 Julian. Our next bull to go to challenge that 90.24 right now from 241 Rockstar McCoy Richardson. All right, Paisley, it's go time. For those of you who might be new to our sport, watching us live around the world, you could see K26 right there, kind of looking inside that buck and shoot. Trying to get his attention, make sure that he's looking out. Want to have as clean and out as possible. These 5 fantastic judges are going to take in that 4-second window, dial things in. So those first 2 jumps, awfully important. Great example of that right there to get that young animal athlete looking right. Vegas, we have got a big-time week ahead of us. And right now, round number 1 of your junior futurity, Paisley Silversmith and K26. Silversmith, Rising Cattle Company bull, K26. Going to be a 77-28, 77-28 here in round number 1.
Looks like we're going to turn the page. And at the top of your page, number 30 on your list, it's the Little Devil. Torres, Lucky Clover Cattle, getting set to go with Sophia Carter, and the Little Devil, sire and dam yet to be determined. This is hip tag number 30. We have 11 remaining in the junior division for round 1 here this morning.
Every out more important than the last. 208 Little Devil, Torres Bucking Bulls, Luckily Clover Cattle Ranch, Provantage, Combs Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment Buck and Shoot. We've had 2 of them go over 90 here in round number 1 of our juniors. But the world standings, the points are starting to be played out as we come down to the end of round 1. Sophia Carter, 208 Little Devil, going to be out and around to the right. For an 81.60, 81.60 for 208 Little Devil and Sophia Carter.
We're going to continue on the right-hand delivery bucking chutes as we go to the OK brand and Frontier Trading Company. Middle chute number 5, it is the Nature Boy, Zach McElroy, K-Bar C Bucking Bulls. Here's a bull that has some West Coast genetics. Kish's Freak of Nature is the sire to 225 Nature Boy. This is hip tag number 31.
As we go to the OK brand fencing, Frontier Trading Company Buck and Shoot. 225 Nature Boy. This one right here is built to last. Now, this is a big-time, strong, young animal athlete, Zach McElroy. Been having a fantastic 2024 season. And right now, when you look at that world standings and the opportunity to jump out here and have a big-time week in Las Vegas, this is one of those right here for Zach and Nature Boy. Sitting number 6 in that world standings, has won over $12,000 on the year. Only 7 points behind the world leader. Let's do it. $225 Nature Boy out and around. Unfortunately, going to jump out of that spin. Going to be a 75.40 here in round number 1. A 75.40 for the number 6 bull in the world.
Well, he had the right move out of there and then moves away from it. A little tough luck there for Zach, but we'll look for bigger, better things in round 2. Going to go next to number 32, Firebrand JMF14. This is All for Love and Dallas Cavey and Austin Cavey together on this one. Hip tag number 32 next to go.
All for Love, Dallas Cavey. Been working hard at the craft now, getting F14 into that number 8 spot in the world. Very similar to the last bull out. 7 points behind your world standings leader. This bull here is coming off of a big-time win at the Buckers Unlimited Finals in Colorado. Your champion, the 2024 season in one of the sanctioned associations in the Buckers Unlimited. F14, All for Love, and Dallas Cavey. Looking to chase down that 90.24 from 241 Rockstar and McCoy Richardson. This bull right here is as consistent as they come. Dallas Cavey. And the young Brindle Bull want to rodeo here today, out and around, looking good, fading across that arena for an 88.80, 88.80 for F14 and young Dallas Cavey.
Let's take a look at that Cooper Tires leaderboard. Those 88-point scores are hanging in there. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place right now. 88.16 in the number 8 spot. A pair of 90s at the top of the board still. Rockstar is a 90.24. Let's go to hip tag number 33. Son of a Buck. Ella Tolman. Rockin' T Ranch. Butterfly Kisses. And, of course, from the old Rockin' T breeding program. And on the bottom side, a Slice of Heaven female. This is hip tag number 33.
After weeks and weeks of effort and work to get these bulls here to the World Finals, round 1 is just about in the books here in the juniors. 209, Son of a Buck, Ella Tolman. Gotta love a buck and Black Baldy out and around to the right. 209, Son of a Buck, Ella Tolman. 86, 86 even for Son of a Buck and Ella Tolman, Rockin' T Ranch.
Well, our next one will be the first of many that have Bruiser as their direct sire in that ABBI pedigree today. This is a direct son of 32Y Bruiser called Cupid. Casey Thomason, Marshall Owens, Rising Stars Ranch, LR Plus 3 Ranch, and of course Arena Thomason. This is hip tag number 34. Have 7 left in the junior division. We'll drag the arena and start right into the Cowgirls Futurity World Finals round number 1 today. Hip tag 34.
Thank you so much to the great folks at Flying W Livestock Equipment. If you're looking for integrity, quality, service, no better place to find it with Flying W Livestock Equipment. Make your life easier at home and contact them today for any and all your livestock equipment needs. Make it Flying W. K11, Cupid. Marshall Owens, Rising Star Ranch, LR Plus 3 Ranch, and Arena Thomason getting ready to go to work. Well, as K11 Cupid comes around to the right, going to see him hit the back of that buck and shoot, but it was after the 4-second whistle, and the judge is going to take that in for an 87-76, 87-76 for K11 Cupid.
All right, we're going to move right along to the bull they call Tadpole. Here's some McCoy family breeding for you. Here's an old son of Spear My Gear by Dixie Chicken out of an Opus female on the bottom side. Riggin Pepper, Hamilton, and PF Cattle. Colby Pepper, hip tag 35. Tadpole the Bull, Spear My Gear over Opus.
Tractor driver, we're only 6 ounce away from a drag. 6 ounce away from a drag. Which, Cowgirls, that means you're only 6 ounce away from getting started with round number 1. So, Cowgirls, start getting it on your mind. We're only 6 ounce away from getting started with round number 1 of the Cowgirls. But before then, we've got to crown ourselves the champion round number 1 of our juniors. McCoy Richardson, 241 Rockstar, sitting in that number 1 spot with a 90.24. But don't go far as we get ready to roll here with TC 224, Tadpole, Riggin Pepper, Hamilton, PF Cattle, Colby Pepper. Gets ready to go. Folks, if you're watching us from around the world on Equus TV or the ABBI YouTube channel, welcome here to the Southpoint Hotel, Casino, and Spa here in beautiful Las Vegas. We would love to get you involved in our fantastic sport. We've got some big-time contractors and bull handlers that love to point you in the right direction. So reach out to the ABBI, and you could be here in Las Vegas, taking part in thousands of dollars. There's been no better time to be here in the bull industry than right here, right now, as we get ready to go for Tadpole, Colby Pepper, Riggin Pepper. And this Tadpole jumps out with an 80.16, 80.16 for Tadpole.
We continue with our complete metal buildings junior fraternity here this morning. Speaking of complete metal buildings, supplying and erecting pre-engineered metal buildings and installation is always included. Our friends at Complete Metal Buildings, hip tag 36. All right, here's a grandson of 32Y Bruiser by Black and Blue on the top side out of a Futrell bred female. This is called Bruised Up. Kayla Martinez. Martinez Bucking Bulls getting set to go. Of course, Edward Martinez, one of our ABBI shareholders and perennial supplier of great bulls to not only our PBR World Finals, our PBR Team Finals, and they have been breeding and raising some great bucking bulls as well. This is Kayla Martinez.
Your Pro Vantage, Combs Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment, Buck and Shoot. Kayla Martinez, 41K, Bruised Up. Bruised Up was awfully rank around the corner right there. And a jump forward just a little bit. Going to be a 74.80. 74.80. A lot to like in the young bull. Just got to put it all together for the full 4 seconds. But a 74.80 here today for Kayla and Bruised Up.
We're going to give Kayla another opportunity right here back to back. She's brought another one with her called Heartache by Set 'em Up Joe, hip tag 37. And a big thank you to the friends at Flying W Livestock. Flying W Livestock Equipment. If you've not seen their full-dressed, all-in hydraulic squeeze chute, you need to take a look. With integrity, quality, and service above and beyond, Flying W Livestock Equipment once again helping us out here in 2024. Hip tag 37.
4 ounce away from a drag, which means we're 4 ounce away from rounding out round number 1 here in your junior futurity and crowning our first winner of the week. McCoy Richardson and Rockstar still sit number 1 with a 90.24. Folks, here at the Carson Perry Legacy Fund, great opportunity to get involved here throughout the 2025 season as well. We're going to have a heifer auction in conjunction with Oklahoma City for charity as well to raise some more of that fantastic money in the scholarships. And they're going to go to 3 different cowgirls, 3 different cowboys here in our juniors. Again, thank you so much to all of the contributors throughout the year that have helped make this such a success. We'll name a few of those throughout the week, like 6 Bar C and Partners, Addie Drury, Arena Thomason, Ashton Salvo, Austin Cavey, Barthold and York, Beth Deal, just to name a few of them. But thank you to each and every one of those fantastic contributors. You have got to love it when a young black bull jumps out and gets stronger every single jump. The OK brand scoreboard says 90.56, 90.56, and the cowgirl, Kayla Martinez, is going to jump to number 1. There's your updated Cooper Tires leaderboard. We got ourselves a new number 1, and it's Heartache with a 90.56. Is count them. We've got 3 of them here in round 1 of the juniors to go into that 90-point club. A new number 1, Kayla Martinez, 46K Heartache.
Well, it's always great to see great success, and there it is right there. So far, so good. Let's go to hip tag 38, Flynn's number 24. The firebrand for Jackson Fortner, along with Lyndon Flynn. This is a grandson of Cherry Bomb. We've got 3 remaining in the junior fraternity.
Just as you think you're coming down to the end, and you might have seen the best already, we're going to jump out and change that. Here comes another one. '24 Flynn, Jackson Fortner, Lyndon Flynn. 87.28, 87.28 for Jackson Fortner, Lyndon Flynn, and they're bull branded 24. Well, we're just 2 outs away from finishing off the round. Trackster driver, we're 2 outs away from a drag. Takes us down now to hip tag number 39 now. This is bull branded 9331/2. Roadrunner Cattle Company, Brindle, Savvy Wilson. As we stay here on the right hand, delivery buck and shoot, Pro Vantage, Coms Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment buck and shoot. A 90.56. Now the score to beat. Heartache, Kayla Martinez. Jumps out, going to that number 1 spot. We're down to our final 2 juniors here in round number 1. Remember, folks, we'll see these same calves come back on Thursday before we crown our champions. Big time opportunity right here. (9331/2) Roadrunner Cattle Company, Brindle and Savvy Wilson. 84-88, going to be an 84-88.
Still among those top 10, 87.76 is in the number 10 spot right now. 87.76. Now 41 will be a scratch, so this next entry will be your last junior fraternity entry today. Hip tag number 40, Payson Parker, Moore, and D&H Cattle Companies. Page 16K. Mistletoes by Test Fire out of a Fire Show female. Number 40 on your list. This will be our final junior entry, and we'll drag the arena. Come back with our Cowgirls in just a couple of moments.
Looking to finish things off strong, Payson Parker. Speaking of strong, that is a stout 2-year-old bull right here, 16K, Payson Parker Moore, D&H Cattle Company. Our final bull of the round going to be an 80.88, 80.88. Well, Randy, as you go to your Cooper Tires leaderboard here for round number 1, there it is. In the 10th spot, Cupid with an 87.76, Agent P an 88.16, Big Nasty 88.32, Moto at 88.40. Nervous Nelly, 88.56. Cowboy Smile, an 88.64. F14 with an 88.80. Up the ante with a 90.16. Rockstar with a 90.24. But none was better this morning than Hard Egg from Kayla Martinez, your round 1 winner with a 90.56. Well, as we get ready to drag, for those of you watching us live around the world, don't go far. We're going to drag this arena and come right back to get things started with round number 1 of our Cowgirl. But right now, we'll have a word from one of our great partners.
Complete Metal Buildings, the official metal building company of the American Bucking Bull Incorporated, specializing in pre-engineered metal buildings with over 30 years of combined experience, supplying material and labor for all of your livestock needs. Give Complete Metal Buildings a call at 989-621-8234. That is 989-621-8234 for your free quote today.
The cowboy hat is the most iconic symbol of the Western way of life in the world. And only one hat can live up to the standard of style, quality, and durability required by such a beloved symbol. American hats are made by hand in Bowie, Texas, and have been the ultimate standard since 1915.
Well, I'm running like my hands on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I
When performance is what you need, look no further than ProVantage Animal Health. Our products are engineered to bring out the best in your animal athletes, containing only all-natural vitamin and mineral ingredients. Our products are powered by the industry-leading Pro V3 Performance Blend, increasing nutrient absorption, supercharging the immune system, and reducing stress levels. ProVantage will help your animals perform at the top level of their game. Find out about the ProVantage Advantage and locate a dealer near you at ProVantageAnimalHealth.com.
Walking down 66, wish you hadn't done me that way. Table in a roadside park, a man could wake up dead. Well, we're just a couple of minutes away here from the start of our Cowgirls fraternity. We'll get our judges in position, set and ready to go. And we'll get underway with the young ladies here. As we started off, we've got 30 contestants in the women's fraternity. And we've got some mighty tough bulls and some phenomenal cowgirls to feature here this morning. We're going to start on the left-hand delivery here this morning. As we said, we'll buck 30. And then we will prepare the arena for our final installment this morning in our Open Fraternity World Finals Round 1 continues.
What a great way to start off the week right there in round number 1 of our juniors. A 90.56, Kayla Martinez showed out here in round number 1. Again, as we get ready to get started with round 1 of our Cowgirl, and right after that, we're going to roll right into our World Finals Futurity. Going to be some big time outs here over the next couple hours as we get things set and ready to go here at the Cowgirl. Remember, folks, later tonight, a fantastic opportunity to celebrate together all of the wins throughout the year here at the ABBI Gala here later tonight, 6 o'clock, going to be right there at the Sonoma Ballroom. We'll be having a fantastic evening.
All right, we'll get things underway. Hip tag 42 as we roll right along. C1, that is the firebrand for All for Love. Here's a Bob Wilfong bred sire, 87/7 on the top, out of a Deja Blue. That goes back a few years. Deja Blue female on the dam side today.
C1, All for Love. Timbra RN on the flank, dialing it in right now. Starting things off strong right here with the number 9 bull in the world here in the Cowgirl. And All for Love and C1 doing what he does best right here, winding it up. Great way to kick things off with an 88.80, 88.80 for C1.
Speed and intensity right there. And an 88.8, there's a good spot to start right there. We're going to stay with All for Love. Vaya con Dios. That's the name of this one. Boy, Ruben is on top of it today. I'll bet he can even say Vaya con Dios in English. Hip tag number 43. Here is a Detective Crockett grandson. All for Love again. Hip 43.
As we head down, another All for Love bull right here. Lindsay Cavey on the flank this time. And now the Cowgirl, there's a little bit more separation at the top of the world standings leaderboard than there was in the juniors, but it is still awfully close. It is still anybody's ball game here in the ABBI finals. So right now, Vaya con Dios and Lindsay Cavey. Well, not the typical trip here for F-16 Via Con Dios. We'll look forward to seeing Via Con Dios in round number 2, but here today in round 1, going to be a 66-20.
Rockin' T has an entry in the women's fraternity. You watched him with a couple entries in the junior fraternity. This is Rockin' T Ranch and Ella Tolman. And it is the Washita Wizard's son, T297, the firebrand, hip 44. Well, you see the Frontier logo right there on front of the chute number 5, Frontier Trading Company. Folks, they are Oklahoma's premier commodity trader, and together with that, they have developed a bull blend, bull feed, supplement tubs, minerals. They can do it all with pricing and integrity. Quality goes with it. Our friends at Frontier Trading Company, one of our sponsors again this year.
As we stay over here on the left-hand delivery buck and shoot, Cooper Tires, 2 bulls, new dart buck and shoot. 297 Rockin' T from the Rockin' T Ranch, Ella Tolman. Looking to challenge that 88.80 from C1 and All for Love to kick things off here in our Cowgirl. Again, from top to bottom, you are no doubt out of World Finals when you look at the quality of the animal athletes that are lined up here to go in the Cowgirl. And we got ourselves another one and reloaded here at 297 and Rockin' T Ranch. $297 Rockin' T. You can see in your complete metal buildings replay. Kind of bucked forward a little bit right there and got a little close to that 90. Still showing you a lot of the attributes that these judges are looking for an 86.40, 86.40, but looking for big things right there from 297 in round number 2. An 86.40 here in round 1. Well, as you turn the page on your day sheet and keep things rolling here in our Cowgirl, we're going to roll down now to hip tag number 45, bar 232. This is Chip and Dip from Rockin' T, Silent 7, and Checkered Flag. Folks, Cooper Tires, year in and year out, just continues to be an amazing partner here for the ABBI. For your truck and tire needs, make it Cooper. And Chip and Dip gonna fade across that out gate right here around to the left. 87.36, 87.36, and Chip and Dip going to go to the number 2 spot here early on in round number 1.
We're going to keep rolling right along here with hips 46. Gaboon Viper, that's the name of the bull. Rising Stars Ranch, Rebecca Tong and Diamond Thomason. Here is an old son of LaFour's K43. Goes back to High Razor. And on the bottom side, a little Kish genetics thrown in there for good measure. Hip tag number 46.
As Rising Stars Ranch, Rebecca Tong, Diamond Thomason. Bring one to keep your eye on right here. We're going to see a lot of intensity right here for Gaboon Viper. Well, 206, Gaboon Viper, your number 4 bull in the world here in the Cowgirl. Going to go out a little farther than normal. 74 points here in round 1 for the number 4 bull in the world in the Cowgirls. Well, we're going to roll them up one and take things down to hip tag number 47. Brings us TC 255. This is Dos Nickel. McCoy Ranch's Linda Bird. here with TC 255. Thank you again to Buck and Bull Pro. If you're looking to get into the bull business and you need a dummy, there's no other place to look than with Buck and Bull Pro, the exclusive bucking dummy here at the ABBI. Thank you to Buck and Bull Pro. Linda Bird, 2TC 255, dose nickel.
Nice outing here for Dose Nickel. And hip tag 47. 86.72, 86.72. Going to put her in the number 3 spot right now, unofficially. Number 3 for Linda Bird. Let's go to hip tag 48. Michelle Flynn, Lyndon Flynn. Here you go. Here's a grandson of Cherry Bomb called Caribou Lou. Hip tag number 48. Hey, I got some news to share with you about the gala tonight. 6 p.m., the latest and greatest addition to our ABBI gala is dinner. There will be food served, and I believe it's a buffet-style meal, but it is food and open bar at 6 o'clock. It is a opportunity for the ABBI to say thank you to all of our breeders, all of our participants, all of our ABBI World Finals qualifiers. It's a fun time if you've never been. Dress up, come to have some fun, come with an empty belly. We're going to have fun tonight at 6 o'clock.
$23 Caribou Lou, showing you why he was one of the top bulls in the championship round of the $1 million for charity. How about 90 points? 90 for 23 Caribou Lou. As you go back to your complete middle buildings replay, watch as he comes around to the left. Look at those back feet extending as he cranks it around to the corner. Exactly what those judges are looking for. We got ourselves our first 90 in the Cowgirl, and it's Caribou Lou.
Well, a leader change indeed, all atop the leaderboard all by herself. Michelle Flynn, nice job. Let's go next to Jim and Shannon Barr and Hook and W Ranch. Shoot the Moon, here's an old son of Domino out of a Wild Child female. Hip tag number 49, set to go next.
Gotta love it when one jumps out and has a big-time trip to go 90 as we're looking for another one right here with hip tag number 49. 282K Shoot the Moon. Shannon Barr, Hook and W Ranch. Now the Cowgirl is awfully close as well. Only 5 points separates number 1 to number 2. Here we go. Well, looks like we got some scores coming in. Shoot the Moon. 76.88, 76.88 for Shoot the Moon. That'll move us on down to the half-century mark with hip tag number 50. 210 Crushing It from K. Janes, Peyton Hilton Bull Company. Brings us a Shepherd Hills tested grandson right here out of a Bubba J75 daughter. This is 210 Crushing It. K. Janes and Peyton Hilton.
Well, that's Page over Baker. Pretty good combination right here. K. Janes, Peyton Hilton Bull Company. Let's see who's on the trigger. Looks like it is K. Janes this morning. And Crushing It. Hip tag 50. Hey, we want to remind you again, our bar on the arena floor is open to everyone, anyone. You can come down, you can Have yourself a cocktail. You can even sit in the seats there on the platform there. It is open to all who want to come down and enjoy your favorite beverage here. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. I know that for a fact. So you can start early in Las Vegas and you can stay late. So the bar's open and available to everybody here today. Here we go.
.210 crushing it. Kay Janes gassing it around the corner, looking good as the OK brand scoreboard says 89.04, 89.04, and your number 6 bull in the world, only 12 points behind the world number 1, is going to go to the number 2 spot with an 89.04.
Nice job, Kay. Let's go next to Frankenstomp. Truax, Big Shot, Sappington, 6 Bar C, Sarah Schott, all together on this one. Here's a direct daughter of Billy Frank by Bruiser out of a Houdini female, hip tag number 51. A big hello to Jim Sappington and the crew here all the way from Mississippi here this week. This is hip tag number 51.
Speaking of the bar down here on the arena floor, no better time to get yourself a Pendleton and pineapple here on a Monday morning. So right now, folks, thank you to the great people over at Pendleton Whiskey. A true Western tradition, as I'm sure the Pendleton will be flowing all week long here at the ABBI World Finals. Folks, if you're getting yourself a drink, make sure to make it a Pendleton.
All right, waiting on that number 2 Prefert bucket chute to open up. Here we go. Frankenstomp, a direct son of Billy Frank. And an 87.84, 87.84 for 51. 52 is next. Guidros, Big Shot, 6 Bar C, and Kennedy Shot, Mexican Train. Here's an old son of Domino out of a Page 200Z female. Hip tag number 52 is next to go. Don't forget again, tomorrow morning we'll start things off right here at 10 a.m. for our junior sanction finals, Cowgirl sanction finals, the Open Futurity sanction finals, and the Yearling sanction finals. Several classes tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock right here.
As we go down to the second buck and shoot here with the Maya OK brand Buck and Bull Pro buck and shoot. 238 Frankenstomp, Truax, Big Shot, Sappington, 6 Bar C, Sarah Schott. Getting things dialed in, looking to challenge that 90-point mark at the top of the leaderboard from 23, Caribou Lou. And Michelle Flynn. Nicely done. Sarah Schott, 238 Frankenstomp. An 87.60, 87.60 for Sarah Schott and Frankenstomp. Well, folks, as we roll them up one, this is a fantastic opportunity to talk about one of the greatest things that's happened to the bull business in a long time. Big shout out and thank you to everybody involved here with the ABBI, providing a big-time opportunity, not only for a big-time payday for all of our contractors, but an opportunity to showcase our sport at the highest level on the CBS network earlier this year and this summer. The $1 Million for Charity here in 2024 was a massive success, and we are reloaded and ready to do it again here in 2025. Now, right now, one of the great aspects of that $1 Million for Charity is if you enter each and every one of the 4 tour stops and your bull happens to get inside the top 25 of those 4, they have automatically positioned themselves inside that championship round and a chance at $250,000. So as we get ready to go now here with hip tag number 52, bull branded 255K, the Mexican train from Good Rods, big shot, 6-bar C. Check that. We're going down here to another one of the $1 Million for Charity winners, but this is K9, Sergeant Stubby. Sergeant Stubby also inside that top 34 in the championship round. All right. K9, Sergeant Stubby, Platinum Big Shot Rodeo, 6-bar C, and Sarah Shot. 88.16, 88.16 for K9, Sergeant Stubby, and Sarah Shot.
Hip tag 5-4, 54 next to go. Silversmith and Rising Cattle Company. Kia Silversmith here today. The Afterburner. Afterburner is an own son of Supernatural by 20U. Shepherd Hills tested. Getting set to go. Hip tag number 54.
'22 bar 214 Afterburner, Silversmith, Rising Cattle Company. And an 86, 96, 86, 96 for Afterburner.
'55 is next to go. Pro Bull Max. That's the name of the bull from Hook and W Ranch. Well, here's one that goes back to Harrington's number 15 on the top side. That's by a TC769 and a Spear My Gear female. McCoy on this one. Hip tag 55.
As we drop the dummy down into the Cooper Tires 2 Bulls new dart buck and shoot. Katie Perschbacher bringing us a good one right here. K245 Pro Bull Max. Start the season off. The bull was simply branded K245, but he without question has earned himself a name. Pro Bull Max, the number 3 bull in the world right now. Closing in on almost $20,000 won on the year. Fantastic. Red Bull going to be right here in the gate and getting it. K245, Pro Bull Max, and Katie Perschbacher. K245 Pro Bull Max. Gonna wind it up and get stronger every round for the OK brand scoreboard of an 87.60, 87.60. So your number 3 bull in the world here in the Cowgirl's going to be right there in the mix inside the top 10 right now with an 87.60 for Katie Perschbacher and K245 Pro Bull Max.
With our next bull, we're halfway through the field of 30 in the Cowgirls division. 244, the Firebrand on the Prophet, an own son of Billy Frank out of a Chop Chop female. This is Baker all the way here, and Lee Taylor, Twisted Tea, and Deep South next to go.
Again, as we've talked about the Carson Perry Legacy Fund, and some of the folks that came back and are big supporters and contributors, thank you so much to Big Shot, Bill Truax, BJ Tolman, Brad Says, Brad Sardelli, Brandon Parker, Brandon Stewart, Joe and Nina Webb, Braxton Laughlin, Braden Fuchs, Brennan Eldred, Brian Agnew, Brian Bobo, Brock Majetka, Bruce Wold, Brian Cantor, Brian Davis, just to name a few. Again, thank you so much to everybody involved throughout the year to turn that into such an amazing success. Cannot wait to find our top 3 Cowgirls and our top 3 Cowboys here this week as they look to hand out a $100,000 scholarship with the Carson Perry Legacy Fund. But right here in the Cowgirls, we get ready for 244, the Prophet, Lee Taylor, Twisted Tea, Deep South. This is your number 7 bull in the world, the Prophet. And the Prophet gonna have a little bit of a hesitation right there. Going to be an 82.96. Going to be an 82.96. Again, the Prophet sitting number 7 in that world standings, just 12 points behind the world number 1. An 82.96 for 244, the Prophet and Lee Taylor. As we're going to pull the slide and roll them on down now to hip tag number 57. Bull branded 211, Dauntless, Dutchman Bucking Bulls. Megan Schoonmaker brings us the next one. Your Cooper Towers, 2 bulls, new dart buck and shoot is where we're at. We've got a 90-point score at the top of the leaderboard from 23, Caribou Lou and Michelle Flynn. So we work our way down here in the Cowgirl. You know we've got another 90 coming. We just don't know when. Could be right here with Dauntless. Now right here, 211 Dauntless sitting number 5 in that world standings. 11 points behind the world number 1. Going to be an 80.72 here today. Not his typical out, but an 80.72 in round 1. Looking for more in round number 2 for the number 5 bull in the world, 211 Dauntless, an 80.72 here today.
Going to keep it going here with a Rafter C4. High Steel Rodeo Productions entry. Hip tag number 58 and Firebrand 277.
Thank you to ProVantage Animal Health. If you're looking for drug-free, all-natural vitamins and minerals to help improve the overall health of your herd, make sure to get with ProVantage Animal Health. 277 Rafter C4, High Steel Rodeo Productions. Still a long way to go before crowning our winner of round number 1 here in the Cowgirl. For those of you just making your way on in here to this fantastic arena, maybe you're watching this sport for the first time. We've got 5 different judges dialing things in here and judging these young animal athletes. Right here, you could be looking at the next future superstar of the buck and bull world without question here this week. And right now, 277 Rafters C4 and High Steel Rodeo Productions brings us the next one here in the Minds and OK brand, Buck and Bull Pro Buck and Shoot. So if you are here for your first time and you're going to watch these animal athletes, look for the overall buck of the animal, the kick, the spin, the intensity, overall difficulty right here. And the Paint Bull 277 will be out and around to the left for an 86.40, 86.40 for 277.
Here's one they call Eye Poppin', hip 59. Less than 8, Cattle Company, the McMillan family. Still on the left-hand delivery with our next entry. Cooper Tires, Two Bulls, and New Dark, the bucking chute. Hey, by the way, Two Bulls is developing a lot of great new things coming up as well. We're going to share some of that with you. And you know, one of the neat things, we get to update it every year. So far to date, Two Bulls, powered bulls, have won over $43 million in competition, 7 different PBR world champions, 28 different ABBI world champions, all use Two Bulls products. That's pretty amazing.
Double Z 211 Eye Poppin', Less Than 8 Cattle Company. So we're coming down the back stretch here in the Cowgirl. We're about to get into some heat, and here comes one of them. Less Than 8 Cattle Company continues to bring us some buck and bulls. ZZ 211 Eye Poppin'. Putting it together here for an 82.60, 82.60 for Eye Poppin'.
Number 60 on your list next to go. Here's an own son of Crank It by Water Sport out of an It's Showtime female. The bull's called Arnold. The bull is here with JKM Cattle Company and BS Cattle Company. Hip tag number 60.
Big shout out and thank you to our bull shaggers. TJ Blaine Roberts doing a fantastic job gathering these bulls up, keeping the arena clear and the animals safe. Nicely done, TJ and Blaine. Folks, right now, here in the juniors, we watched as the day played out some of the best bulls in the world. Crowned ourselves our first winner in the day. But now as the storylines continue to play out here in the Cowgirl, as we get ready to go, this is your number 1 bull in the world with over $21,000 won. Got a 5-point lead on the number 2 here coming in here in round number 1. As 916 Arnold from JKM Cattle Company, BS Cattle Company, has put together a big-time 2024 season. And with 2 more outs away, if he could keep that momentum rolling, we could be looking at your world number 1 at the end of the week and crown ourselves a champion on Thursday. 916K Arnold. But before we could do just that, we need to have 2 more big-time outs. But folks, this is your number 1 Cowgirl bull in the world, 916K Arnold, JKM Cattle Company, BS Cattle Company. And the Baldy's going to be right there around to the right and pretty darn rank right here, 916K Arnold. And an 89.28, 89.28. Your number one bull in the world is going to go right there into the number 2 spot.
Number 2, right behind the number 1 bull so far. And our Cooper Tires leaderboard, 90 up top for Caribou Lou. Still number 1. Arnold now moves into the number 2 spot, crushing it number 3. And there are your top 10 so far. With 11 bulls yet to go, we're almost 2/3 of the way through. With our next one, Bar 233, the Firebrand, Hot Pistol Billy. Here's one from Dennis and Jan Owens. Right hand delivery. ProVantage Kimes Ranch and Flying W Livestock Equipment. All of our sponsors are on chute number 4. Jan Owens getting set, getting ready. Here's a bull with siren dam yet to be identified. Hot Pistol Billy. Kind of sitting right smack dab in the middle of the pack so far, but look at this. That bull has earned a little over $4,000 this year. Maybe saved his best for Las Vegas. Nice out right here. How about it? 89.84. That's number 2 for Jan Owens.
Boy, you're absolutely right, Randy, right there. Hot Pistol Billy showing out here in round number 1, an 89.84, knocking on the door to that 90-point club, and a big-time out here in round number 1 for the number 8 bull in the world, Bar 233, Hot Pistol Billy. Jane Owens doing a fantastic job here today. They're 12 points behind that number 1 bull we just watched a moment ago, Arnold. So gaining just a little bit of ground here in round number 1. Right now, as we keep things rolling on down now to hip tag number 62, bull branded 201, KR Apache from Night Ranch is next to go. The great folks over at Wide Tex continue to be a great partner here with the ABBI. So if you're looking for some customized ear tags, make sure to reach out to Wide Tex. Based out of the great city of Cody, Wyoming, Wide Tex, excellence in animal health. Thank you to Wide Tex.
Oh, no. Shucks. Man, oh, man. Bull falls down, DQ, no score. Unfortunate for Night Ranch. Let's go next to page 7K. That's this bull from Michelle Flynn. Here's an old son of Cherry Bomb out of a sports machine. Female on the dam side, number 63.
Well, as we get things set and ready to go, Michelle Flynn brought the heat with 23 Caribou Lou. She's sitting in the number 1 spot with that 90-point marking. She's reloaded and brought us another one, a Cherry Bomb Sun 7K bar right here. Michelle Flynn looking to challenge her own number 1 spot with a 90-point out. As we go to the ProVantage Kimes Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment Buck and Shoot. Working down the line to crowning ourselves a winner. And the Black Bull going to be out and around to the right for an 82.56. 82.56 for 7K bar.
Bob and Julie Wisnat and Hilton Bull Company together on this one. They call him Hellfire's Missile. Now here's a bull that's won just under $7,500 in cash. And in money won, that puts him among the top 10 right now. 64 the hip tag here on this one.
Now, folks, as we get ready for 7:59, Hellfire's Missile. You want to talk about finding your stride at the right time. This one right here has been firing late here in the 2024 season. Hellfire's Missiles moved his way on up to the number 11th spot in the world standings, coming off of a big-time win in Duncan, Oklahoma just a month ago. So right now, Hellfire's Missile, big-time opportunity right here to challenge that number 1 spot, that 90-point mark from Caribou Lou. It's Hellfire's Missiles time here in Las Vegas. Again, folks, thank you so much to some of our great contributors with the Carson Perry Legacy Fund: Caleb Rosman, Cammie Merritt, Casey Thomas, and Chad Drury. Charlie Draper. Going to be an 83.76, 83.76 for Hellfire's Missile. Well, we're going to roll them up one to hip tag number 65, bull branded 32, Up in Flames. Josie Ogilby, Josie Bucking Bulls, and 32, Up in Flames. Again, thank you so much to Chester Conklin, Cheyenne Owens, Cody Hoagland, Cody South, Colby Simons, Copenhagen Bucking Bulls, Cord McCoy, Cora Hanna, CR Custom Boots and Leather, Camille Wilson, Curtis Peoples, Cutter Davis, just to name a few of the great supporters of the Carson Perry Legacy Fund. OK Brand Fencing Products, Frontier Trading Company, Buck and Shoot. Brings us 32, Up in Flames, Josie Ogilby. Well now, 32, Up in Flames, Josie Ogilby. The OK Brand scoreboard says 88, 88, 88. 88 for Josie Ogilby and 32, Up in Flames. Folks, we're just 6 ounces away from a drag, 6 ounces away from finding out our next winner here in the Cowgirl round number 1, and 6 ounces away from getting things started with our World Finals for Charity. But before then, we're going to head to hip tag number 66. This is 217 Freak in Fire, Josie Ogilby. K-Bar C Bucking Bull's going to reload, bring us another one right here. A son of Kish's Freak of Nature. This is 217 Freakin' Fire. Josie Ogilby dialing it in. Once again, 217, Freakin' Fire. 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 217, Freakin
Nice out here for Freaking Fire. Josie doing a nice job, and we're going to put her among the top. 89.92 by just a small margin. She moves to the number 2 spot. The number 2 spot right now. 89.92 now in the number 2 position. 89, 89, 89 among the top 5 so far, and one smooth 90-point score on top. Instagram Hostage, Jenkins Cattle, CIL Cattle, King Buck, the sire to this one, number 6-7 on your list.
$213 Instagram Hostage, Jenkins Cattle Company, CIL Cattle. Gonna wind it up for an 84-24, 84-24 for Instagram Hostage.
Here's a big-time money winner so far in 2024. This next bull, Bowser, has amassed a little over $13,000. In fact, almost $14,000 in cash. DJ D-Bar-J Long Ranch, and TP Cattle Company. Megan Schoonmaker on the Donutso Son, getting set to go, number 68 in the order today.
Just 4 outs away from a drag. Megan Schoonmaker getting things ready to go here with 24 Bowser. $90 points even from Michelle Flynn and Cara Ballou, still sitting in that number 1 spot. Now Megan and 24 Bowser have had some big-time moments here on the 2024 season. Looking for more of the same right here in round number 1. And the D-Bar-J Long Ranch TP Cattle Company bull going to be an 86.40, 86.40 for Bowser and Megan Schoonmaker. Folks, back to the Carson Perry Legacy Fund contributors. Thank you to D&H Cattle, Dalton and John Breckenridge, Danny Keller, Danny Lopez, Darren York, David Workman, Dean Wilson, Dennis and Jan Owens, Devin Kuhn, Dustin Denning, Dustin Hawkins, Shane Dunnan, Edward Martinez, Gary Scarborough, Gene Baker, Gene Owen, Grayson and Weston Lopez, Greg Helton, Hart Cattle, Brian Davis, Jane Owens, Jason Diedrich, Jim McLean, Gerald Beck, Joe and Nina Webb, John Griggs, just to name a few more of the great folks to give us an opportunity. $100,000 in scholarships are about to be handed out this week. Oh, 448, bar 2, Macy's Magic, less than 8 Cattle and Wilson. Spotted Bull looking good out and around to the right. An 87.68, going to be an 87.68.
We've got 2 more entries remaining. Actually, 2. 70 and 71 are the ones we're looking for. TBR's Vegas Magic, Tamitha Brito, Jess Griffith, SJG, and TBR Bucking Bulls. Here's a grandson of Hocus Pocus. They call this one Vegas Magic. Couldn't think of a better place than magic to happen right here in Las Vegas today. 2 cowgirls remaining in the first round of the Cowgirl Fraternity.
Michelle Flynn and Caribou Lou have been sitting in that number 1 spot for quite some time. And we've got 2 buckers here to finish things off here in round number 1 of the Cowgirl. TBR's Vegas Magic, Tamitha Brito, Shannon Brito. Get ready. Out of the OK Brand Fencing Products and Frontier Trading Company Buck and Shoot. Looking to crown our second winner on the morning here, day 1, round 1, right here in our Cowgirl. And Vegas Magic going to plant hard around to the right, pretty intense around the corner. And your number 16 bull in the world, it's going to be an 88.08, 88.08 here for Vegas Magic.
Top 10 right now. Nicely done. Final installment is called Son of a Biscuit. Flip and Angie Connolly. Rowdy Morgan. Here's one for you. Oh, goes all the way back to Dances with Gravy. Some of that whoop-ah genetics here. Son of a Biscuit, hip tag number 71.
And 211, Son of a Biscuit, Shelby Baker. Right here, around to the right. And going to be an 85.76, 85.76 to finish off round number 1 here in our Cowgirl. Awfully tough from top to bottom. That was an extremely close class right there as you go to your top 10, your Cooper Tires leaderboard. In the 10th spot, Frankenstomp with an 87.84. Vegas Magic going to get in there with an 88.08. Sergeant Stubby an 88.16. C1 with an 88.80. Up in Flames an 88.88. Crushing it with an 89.04. Your number 1 bull in the world is going to take 4th in round 1. Arnold with an 89.28. Hot Pistol Billy with an 89.84. Freaking Fire going to be 89.92. But your number 1 bull in round number 1, Michelle Flynn and Caribou Lou, 90 points to win the round. Well, for those of you watching us around the world on the ABBI YouTube channel or on Equus TV, don't go far. We're going to drag this arena and come back with round number 1 of your World Finals Futurity, and things are about to get good here in Las Vegas. But before then, we're going to hear a word from one of our great partners.
In the bucking bull business, there are a few things you can control when the gate opens, and that's why we use the Mini Black Widow Arena Groomer to ensure our ground is in top shape. Check out Mini Black Widow Arena Groomer on Facebook or contact Mike Hadley at 719-429-1525 to order yours today.
Complete Metal Buildings, the official metal building company of the American Bucking Bull Incorporated, specializing in pre-engineered metal buildings with over 30 years of combined experience. supplying material and labor for all of your livestock needs. Give Complete Metal Buildings a call at 989-621-8234. That is 989-621-8234 for your free quote today.
The cowboy hat is the most iconic symbol of the Western way of life in the world. And only one hat can live up to the standard of style, quality, and durability required by such a beloved symbol. American hats are made by hand in Bowie, Texas, and have been the ultimate standard since 1915.
Well, I'm running like my hands on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I've got a message from Colorado straight from Texas, captured most of me, just let me be.
When performance is what you need, look no further than ProVantage Animal Health. Our products are engineered to bring out the best in your animal athletes, containing only all-natural vitamin and mineral ingredients. Our products are powered by the industry-leading Pro V3 Performance Blend, increasing nutrient absorption, supercharging the immune system, and reducing stress levels. ProVantage will help your animals perform at the top level of their game. Find out about the ProVantage Advantage and locate a dealer near you at ProVantage Animal.
Todd says it's time to get started with the fraternity, the open fraternity. When I say Todd, I'm talking about Todd Greenway and his crew, Omega. That's right. Taking care of business with our videos all week long here. Hey, that American hat logo on the big screen reminds me that our friends at American Hat, they are the official hat of the ABBI. And you know what? God made cowboys. American Hat is proud to make their hats, and we want to say a big thank you to those folks here. This week's going to be a great week. We're going to be tipping our hat all week long, and some very special things coming up. Don't forget some of the itinerary, including tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. It is the world-famous D&H Lone Star Bred to Buck Vegas-style yearling bull sale. Man, lots of great bulls on the block again this year. They just keep coming and coming. Everybody's invited. It'll be hosted right here at the Southpoint, 6 p.m. tomorrow. They'll feed you. They'll get you settled in, get you signed up to buy, and they're going to sell a lot of great yearling bulls tomorrow night at 6 p.m. All right, we've got one loaded. We're ready to go with Hip Tag 72.
Well, Las Vegas, this is getting ready to show out in a huge way. You want to talk about the greatest bulls in the world? Here's Dr. Pepper Man. And 273, Dr. Pepperman, Rockin' Barbie, Buckin' Bulls, Josh Owens, Marshall Boyce. 89.28, going to be an 89.28 to get us started.
Good way to get things underway here. The Dr. Pepperman. Let's go to McGuire's entry. Fire branded K50, K50. This is McGuire Cattle. Ace of Spades and Kelly Weicker. This bull is an own son of Show Kitty out of a Fire Show daughter. We're looking at hip 73. Shane Thornton taking care of business today. The trigger man here, also a part of our ABBI arena crew.
Folks, it has been just an absolute amazing season here in 2024 with the ABBI. And when you look up and down this list of animal athletes that are about to go out of here of our World Finals Futurity round number 1 right now, you are looking at big time. Right now, K50 McGuire closing in on almost $100,000 won on the 2024 season. That's right, folks, almost $100,000. And you're going to hear more of the same in big ways as we continue to work our way down the line. But this one right here has got the ability to jump out and have big-time scores. Let's do it. K50 McGuire, your number 8 bull in the world right here, started things off real strong. Going to be a 90.24. 90.24, and just like we talked about, just the first 2 bulls out were 89.28, followed up by our first 90.24 here early on in round 1 of your World Finals Futurity.
Well, we knew that these 22 bulls in this open futurity race were going to be outstanding. I can probably guesstimate that top 10 is going to be full of 90 or 90-plus point scores here today. Hip 74 is next to go. Lolly's Lunatic, Copenhaver, Buckin' Bulls, Todd Copenhaver and the crew bring a domino son out of a Hunt You Down female. For those of you that follow these genetics very closely, and a lot of DNH genetics here, those Hunt You Down daughters are proving to be some of the great producers. Watch this little black and white spot. They have proven to be a female of choice when it comes to production here in the bull business. How about 90.16? We're going to put Lolly's Lunatic in the number 2 position right now.
90.16 for Lolly's Lunatic. Big time year right now for the young bull with over 170,000 won on the year. Was your champion on New Year's in Fort Worth, number 3 in Oklahoma City, number 2 in Amarillo, and number 3 at the big $1 million Futurity. And he's going to go to the number 2 spot here early on in round number 1. Your number 5 bull in the world is now in the number 2 spot with a 90.16. Well, we're not going to slow down. We're going to take things down now to another Copenhaver York Buckin' Bull right here. Hip tag number 75 brings us 36 Bar K. Son of a Sinner is our next bull to go. Now, folks, out of the 22 bulls that we have out here in the World Finals Futurity, 11 of them were inside that championship round in Fort Worth at your $1 million Futurity. And here comes another one of them right here, a Son of a Sinner. Now 36 Bar K, Son of a Sinner, Copenhaver York. Another great out, going to be an 88-16. 88-16 here in round 1 for Son of a Sinner.
Well, we are moving right along. The ABBI crew has got it in high gear today. Let's go to the Bad Habits Bucking Bulls installment. Bueno. This is a good one, they say. Siren Dam yet to be determined. Braxton Laughlin once again handling the chores for Chad here this week. Bad Habits Bucking Bulls, number 76 on your list. Keep in mind we only have 22 installments here in the open futurity. It's going to get tough in a hurry with a 90, an 89, and an 88 already on the board so far.
You want to talk about rising to the occasion and performing under the bright lights. This one right here embodies all of that and then some. 572 Bueno, Bad Habits, Bucking Bulls, and Laughlin. Under the brightest lights and the biggest stages, this one has continued to show out as he was ranked number 9. Finished number 9 in the $1 Million for Charity. Now remember, folks, as we look to get this flank set, we're looking for tour stop number 1 here this week at your ABBI World Finals. So another fantastic opportunity. If you have not gotten yourself entered here in the tour stop number 1 here in the 2025 season, make sure to look at the calendar. You're going to want to be a part of it. It got good as the season went on, just got better and better. And right now you're looking at one that took a big piece of the pie, 572 Bueno. So to get that dummy set once again just right, Bad Habits Bucking Bulls, and Laughlin brings us the next one. Thank you to Myogen, continuing to be a great partner for any and all of our DNA testing. Myogen continues to be a great partner here with the ABBI as well as Yeti. Yeti coolers, tumblers, and more. It does not get any better than Yeti. Thank you to Yeti for everything they do here for the bull business. Right now, 572 Bueno, Braxton Laughlin, Bad Habits Bucking Bulls. Whoa. Well, as Bueno comes out and around to the right, Buck, a little bit of hesitation and comes back around, keeps going around the corner. And Bueno going to come in, going to be at 86-88. 86-88. Goes to show you how important every single aspect of that 4-second out and every single one of these bulls, an 86-88 for Bueno.
We're going to go to the next page, page number 6 in your program today. It's a Diamond H Outlaw, SNL Rodeo, and Dean Wilson entry here. Here's a grandson of Houdini out of a Wapola daughter. Boy, there's some old school genetics in this one. This is the bull they call Kuyon, and an old son of Stitch. A pair of 7s on his back. That's hip tag 7-7.
Gotta love the black baldy right here, 863.22 Q-on. Another one should be right out and around and gassing it. In the $1 Million for Charity, we had 100 head semifinals. So you're talking about 100 of the best 2-year-old bulls in the world. Kuon right here was number 3 in that semifinal to punch his ticket into Fort Worth in the championship round. Just to give you any indication of what this bull is capable of. Kuon, Diamond H Outlaws, SNL Rodeo, and Dean Wilson.
Nice outing here for Kuyon. And a nice bull right there. How about that? 90.40. That is numero uno. 90.40 for Dean Wilson and his colleagues. Diamond H Outlaw and SNL Rodeo. Nice job. That's number 1 right now.
Fantastic out from Kuon right there. Always out and around. Big time out right there, 90.40. Well, talk about big time. We're going to keep that theme rolling as we get ready to roll on down now to hip tag number 78. This is D634 Red Mike from Windrock, Denison, Grady Farmer. Brings us a 10G Turner Burner Sun right here that has made a big time mark on the 2024 season. D634 Red Mike is next to go to the Pro Vantage Comms Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment Buck and Shoot. D634 Red Mike. A year ago in this very same arena was your champion and tour stop number 1 of the $1 Million for Charity. He was number 4 when all was said and done in the $1 Million for Charity, but going to be an 87-68 here today. 87-68 for the number 6 bull in the world, Red Mike.
Here comes 79 on your list. Johnny Dang, Bob and Jerry Adams, Moore, and D&H Cattle Company. An own son of Little Johnny by Showtime out of a finger roll female. This one right here, getting set to go, Firebrand Bar 1K.
Folks, if for any and all your animal athletes, you want to have the best footing possible, whether it's a buck and bull or maybe a fantastic equestrian animal athlete, make sure to get a Black Widow. Bar 1K, Johnny Dang, Bob and Jerry Adams, Moore, D&H, HD Page, 90.16, 90-16 for Johnny Dang. And we got ourselves a new number 3-4 split. Gonna have a 3-4 split with a 90.16 in Johnny Dang.
Well, we talked about how many 90-point scores were we gonna have in this open futurity. So far, I count 4 on the leaderboard. Simple Man. That's the bull you're about to meet from Emmett Cattle and D&H Cattle. Here's an own son of Turner Burner out of a bruiser female. Hip number 80.
25 Bar K, Simple Man. Emmett Cattle, D&H Cattle. Was your champion early on in Bryan, Texas. Another Turner Burner son right here. Great example of what you're going to see again tomorrow night, the D&H Lone Star, Red to Buck Sale. I'm telling you what, Emmett Cattle, D&H Cattle, started one awfully strong. There it is, 92.24. 92-24 for Simple Man. And Simple Man right there, your number 10 bull in the world, closing in on $100,000, one on the year, is going to save his best for round number 1, a 92.24. And your Bryan, Texas champion is now number 1 in Las Vegas.
Big numbers right there. Phantom Lord. That's the next bull. Disaster Labs, D&H Cattle, Buck Cattle, together on the Turner Burner Son. Hip tag number 81. This is out of a lollipop female. This will be hip tag number 81.
Pro Vantage Comms Ranch, Flying W Livestock Equipment Buck and Shoot. Brings us another one of the qualifiers into the championship round of the $1 Million for Charity. 268K Phantom Lord. Folks, you want to talk about intensity and difficulty. A couple of the attributes that these judges are looking for. Phantom Lord really planting and firing around the corner right there. 91.68. We're back-to-back big-time scores. We got ourselves a new number 2, and it's a 91.68.
Well, we're going to keep climbing that ladder right now. 6 of the 10 scores are 90 or better. Claude Dallas, that's the name of our next bull. FP, Bucking Bulls together with D&H. Here's a black and blue grandson out of a quick fix female. Hip 82.
59K Claude Dallas. I'm telling you what, if you love bucking bulls, you are in heaven right now. This is as good as it gets, and we are not even close to finishing things off here in round number 1. 59K Claude Dallas, FP Bucking Bulls, D&H Cattle. HD Page on the flank. Telling you what, right now, HD's got them dialed in, and they are firing. 59K Claude Dallas, FP, Bucking Bulls, D&H Cattle. You knew it was coming. We got ourselves a new number 1, 92.72. I'm telling you, back to back, a 92.24, a 91.68, and now a new number 1 in 92.72. Right there, HD Page is dialing them in, and they are flat bucking as we're going to keep that momentum rolling into hip tag number 83. 9 Bar K, Voodoo Wizard, Disaster Labs, D&H Cattle, OK Corrales, and Gordon. Brings us another good one right here. Voodoo Wizard, our next bull to go.
Voodoo Wizard, Turner Burner, Bruiser, top and bottom. All right, guys. So far, 92.72, 92.24. Here we go.
Nine Bar K, Voodoo Wizard. Okay, Brand, scores coming in. Going to be an 89, 84, 89, 84. Another strong score here in the World Finals for Charity. An 89, 84.
We're going to go next to a Flying S Bucking Bull, Riley Sanford. It is the bull they call Birthday Cake. This is an own son of Too Dirty out of a high stakes female. 84 is our hip tag. Sanford family, been in the bucking bull business for a long, long time. Riley Sanford doing the honors here today. Set and ready, 84, hip tag.
Getting awfully good here in round number 1. This will provide a fantastic foundation and tell us how things are going to play out here in this World Finals race, as there is awfully close from top to bottom. And we are still got some of the top bulls in the world still yet to go, and we got another one right here, 246, Birthday Cake, Flying S Bucking Bulls. Looking to challenge that 92.72 at the top of the leaderboard from Claude Dallas, our number 1 in the round at the moment. Riley Sanford getting things set just right. Birthday Cake, your bucking bull. And you go to your complete middle buildings replay, see Birthday Cake extending those back legs, gathering those kick points right there around the left for an 88-32. Going to be an 88-32 for 246 Birthday Cake.
Let's go to W Sunrise and Lone Star together on this one. Tanner Walgenbach. Here's an Old Son of High Tinsel out of a Coat 45 female. Seago Lily. That's the name of this bull. We're all the way down to hip tag number 85.
Well, you want to talk about performing under the bright lights. This one right here, Seago Lily, does just that. Almost $140,000 won on the year, and a big-time piece of that came out of the $1 Million Futurity. Your number 2 bull when all was said and done. Featured there on CBS Network here this July. In front of millions of people, this bull jumped out with 92.80. Seago Lily. Looking for more of the same right now, looking to challenge that top spot as we get ready to roll here with W Sunrise and Lone Star. And W Sunrise and Lone Star 230K. Seago Lily going to be an 88.48, 88.48 here in round number 1.
Well, here is the big money winner all year long. This has been a superstar for Bart Futrell. Futrell and D&H Cattle Company's number 6K, the Firebrand. It was a $250,000 check at the $1 Million Futurity, and he's already won over $300,000 so far to date. That's in money won with this little bull and grandson of the Magic Maker. And I do understand that this bull, am I correct in saying, is going to be featured in the premier sale? I do believe that is true. So you want a superstar? All uppercase letters. Here's one to keep your eye on right here, hip 86.
That is right here. 6K Futrell, D&H Cattle. Like Randy mentioned, it does not get much better than this bull right here on some big-time moments throughout the 2024 season, including just the other day, your champion in Duncan, Oklahoma. But even after all that, he still only has a 3-point lead on the number 2 bull in the world, so he still has to show out and perform here this week to be crowned your 2024 world champion. This is 6K Futrell. And your number 1 bull in the world. Gonna come out and around to the left. You can see him kind of follow that gate out just a little bit. Gonna be an 89.76. 89.76 right here today for 6K Futrell. So good, strong score, but not quite into that 90 range like some of the others. But we have got a big-time week ahead of us, and still 89.76 looking good for 6K Futrell.
It's going to take us to hip 87. From S4, Circle S, 5 days out, bucking fuel. Colby Simmons here. Vamonos. Let's go. Here's a Page 59B son by Trainwreck on the top side out of a Cracker female. We are counting them down. 7 bulls remain today in our open futurity class.
$29J Vamonos, S4 Circle S, 5 days out of bucking, 87.60. Well, that'll take us down now to hip tag number 88. 35K main cabin extra, S4 Circle S, 5 days out of bucking fuel right here. Colby Simons on the flank. 35K main cabin extra. When you go back on the 2024 season, quite possibly one of the rankest outs of the entire year was this calf right here in Duncan, Oklahoma, earlier on this summer. So big time chance right here. 35K main cabin extra has got a lot of ability to put together those huge scores. Looking for that right here, as he's going to have to do it if he wants to go to the number one spot with a 92.72 from 59K. Claude Dallas sitting in that number one spot.
A lot of kick, a lot of vertical right there with our hip tag 88 main cabin extra. We'll get the scores coming in here right now. Top 10 so far, 89.28 is in the number 10 position. Going to put him just outside that 10th place spot, 87.52 for main cabin express. Hey, by the way, a reminder on Thursday, at the conclusion of all of our futurity competitions, we'll host our ABBI Awards Banquet again this year, 1 o'clock, Exhibit Hall D, right here in the Southpoint. And that will, of course, be followed by the ABBI Premier Sale, where you can take home Futrell's 6K. He'll be in that Premier Sale today, this week. Let's go next to Dream Wreck.
45K Dream Wreck S4 Circle S. 5 days out of Buck and Fuel, bringing us another one. Dream Wreck right here. Inside the top 20 in the world, has won some big-time checks here throughout the season. As we go down to the Cooper Tires, Two Bulls, new dart, buck, and shoot. Thank you again to Two Bulls. Two Bulls Performance Supplements. When performance counts, folks, make sure to go to twobulls.net, order online. They will ship anywhere in the U.S. Thank you to Two Bulls. What a fantastic day number one here at your 2024 ABBI World Finals. With 5 bulls yet to go, before we have ourselves another winner here in round number 1, it is 45K Dream Wreck time. Well, and the scores are coming in. Great to see it. It was awfully close. Glad to see an 84-64, 84-64 for Dream Wreck.
It was close, but he did stay up with the belly off the ground. So a score for Dream Wreck. Let's go to Wicked Solo. McCoy Rodeo and Landon Stewart. Well, the old riding solo, the world champion. And a sire here on this one. This is Wicked Solo number 207 on your list. 9-0, the hip tag.
.207 Wicked Solo, McCoy Rodeo, Landon Stewart. The Black Bull going to get it on around to the left for an 87-28, 87-28.
How about we take a look next at the bull we call Moolah, Bucking Aces and D&H Cattle Company. Moolah, here's an old son of Domino out of a bruiser female, hip 91.
And now, folks, as we come down to our final 3 bulls here in round number 1 of your World Finals Futurity. The stage is set right now as we have got 3 of the top 4 bulls in the world getting ready to go on these final 3. That's right, bull number 2, bull number 3, and bull number 4 in the world. Now, we just watched the world number 1 go 89.76 just a few outs ago. So now as we look to go and crown ourselves a champion by the end of the week, a lot is going to play out here in these next 3 outs and finishing off round number 1. And right now, as we go to the number 3 bull in the world, this is none other than 210K Moolah, Bucking Aces D&H Cattle. Now, we just watched HD Page dial it in and put together 3 back-to-back 90-point outs just a little while ago. Can we do it again? $210K Moolah, Bucking Aces D&H Cattle. Big time 90-point out. Once again, we got ourselves a 90 for the number 3 bull in the world, 210K Moolah.
Well, as my colleague has stated, some of the top bulls are going to finish us out here with 2 left to go. Here's one of them. Big Shot, Truax, TR Cattle, Barthold, and 6 Bar C on Johnny Be Good. This is the number 2 bull in points, but better than that, he's won almost $81,000 in cash. We can spend the money and we can count the points. Johnny Be Good, an old son of Milkshake. Here's Hip 92.
Mygen, OK Brand, Buck and Bull, Pro Buck and Shoot. Johnny Be Good right here has been awfully consistent all year long. Right now, round number 1 of the World Finals, Johnny Be Good. As you go to your complete metal buildings replay, and this bull comes around to the left, look at him firing the extension in those back legs. Showing you why he's number 2 in the world. How about 92.08? 92.08 Las Vegas. We've got a world championship race on our hands as the number 2 bull in the world just jumped right up into the number 3 spot.
Going to come down to that final performance later this week to determine our world champion in the open futurity competition. We've got 1 left to go. Hip 93, Sid's Kid, Jim and Shannon Bar and Hook and W Ranch. Number 4 in the points race right now. Now keep in mind, when we came in here, 922 and a few points for number 1. This one in the number 4 spot, 918 points. Not very many separating those top 4 positions. Now, Sid's Kid also in the money earned column, $149,000 and some change on the El Cid son out of a Margie Time female here today.
K22, Sid's Kid. Always giving you those big-time kick points right there, doing it again. We're going to jump forward a little bit here today in round 1. Going to be an 83-36. 83-36 for Sid's Kid.
That is going to conclude our classes here today. I want to say thanks to everybody for coming out and watching and supporting. Claude Dallas, by the way, 92.72. He's the number 1 in the first round here today. Don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock, ABBI Gala, Sonoma Ballroom. We'll see you there. Going to be serving dinner and an open bar tonight. Come and join us as we celebrate the beginning of our ABBI World Finals. Everybody, I'm Randy Schmutz on behalf of Cody Wood. Thank you. We'll see you tonight at 6 o'clock.
2, test, test, 1, 2, check, check. Let me see. Check, check. Okay. Can I mute? I could pull the mains down though, right? And it'd still come through to me? Check, check. Oh, yes, I'm getting it now. I just didn't want to send it in-house because we're just going to do this. Let me pull the main down and check, check, check. Hey, I learned something on that mixer. I think I could do that again. Check. Oh, yeah, it's coming through to me real good. All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. Okay, this mic is good, and in my mix, is it just one of them going? I think so. Okay, who's going? Check, check, check. Test, test, test. Test, test, check, check, check. Test, 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 test. Let me bring this down. Check, check. Testing 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's just bring the A down. Test, test. Hey, test, test, test. Test, test, test. Check, 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 check. Let's bring it down a little bit. Are we going to do this in front of the bucket chutes? We got to do it down there. My camera's down there. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Test, 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 check, 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 test, test. 1, 2, mic test. 1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's ready. He's writing down notes. Okay, then we'll go. Yeah, you just do your thing. We'll give you a thumbs up.
Nice, man. Good job. Mic check, check one. Mic check, check one, check two. Well, folks, that's going to do it here for day number 1 here of your 2024 ABBI World Finals, and it did not disappoint. Got it. Got it. Well, folks, that's going to do it here for day number 1 of your 2024 ABBI World Finals, and it did not disappoint, folks. We started things off here in our junior fraternity in a big way. The kids brought a lot of athletic bucking bulls here to town, and there was none better than Kayla Martinez. Kayla Martinez came out with heartache and was 90.54 to be your champion here in round number 1. And now the animal athletes continued on into our cowgirl fraternity. It was really tight. There was a ton of 89s, but none was better than Michelle Flynn, 90-point out with Caribou Lou. Caribou Lou showed why he's had such a fantastic season, was one of the bulls inside the championship round of the $1 Million fraternity back in Fort Worth, and a big-time day here today for Caribou Lou and Michelle Flynn. Then you knew it was coming. There was some big-time outs, some big-time storylines playing out in your World Finals fraternity. And here in round 1 of the ABBI World Finals, there was a ton of them that were over 90 points, 9 of them to be exact out of the top 22. But here in round 1, it was Claude Dallas with a 92.72 as the FP Bucking Bull and D&H Cattle Company Bucking Bull was your champion here in round number 1. He's had some big time outs all year long, but none was bigger than here today in round 1. Folks, we're set up for some more big time Bucking Bull action throughout the week, so make sure to stay tuned and stay with us here as we got 5 more days of great Bucking Bull action at your 2024 ABBI World Finals.